Hey, good evening, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hold on, let me get this out the way first. Let's do it again. Good evening, family. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one, the grinder. Also, Chef JT, not just chefing in the kitchen. I'll be chefing up information to respect my existence. Make sure the bell is lit. Make sure that you share the stream throughout social media. Make sure you check out the links that is in the description box. Whew. It's gonna be one of the tough ones, so we're gonna do it, family. Also share the live streams and videos that I did earlier and in the past. We're gonna wait for some more people to come in. 30 years today, my father made his transition, and my late son, 10 years ago. Go wait for some more people to come in. What's up, Little Rock? Little Rock 2517. What's good? Haven't seen you in a minute. Glad to be here. Waiting for some more people to come in. CB Sports, what's good? Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing love. Also, I have a PayPal account. Also, Super Chef. Anybody want to donate? Waiting for some more people to come in. Waiting for some more people to come in. Pile it up. I'll be back, fam. Waiting for some more people to come in before I get this thing going. Be right back. I'm back. Sorry, family. Take care of something. Wait for some more people to come in. So I can get this going. Again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one, the grinder. Waiting for some more people to come in. Tell your story. It's waiting, it's waiting. I know sometimes YouTube um really slow. So we'll wait on some more people for that. Hold on, I'll be right back, right back. Got another short call, I'll be right back. Welcome, welcome. Cherry, I am my sister keeper. Salute. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my live. All right. Wait for a few more people. Welcome. Well, you know what? We're going to get this going. We're going to get this going. On the ones in the chat, if y'all can hear me, press 1, please. If y'all can hear me, press 1. Y'all can hear me, press 1. If y'all can hear me, press 1. Well, I'm going to get this going. Again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one, the grinder. Also, Chef JT, not just chefing in the kitchen. I be chefing up information. So let me check, make sure everything all right. Well, today makes my late father makes a transition 30 years ago, and he was a difficult man to deal with, but showed me a lot. And hard work. A person who was born in the Depression days, the Brown Depression, decades ago. It was hard. Witness his oldest friend got hanged for nothing. And one day I'm gonna pull it up, share screen that, talk about that. So also he drive trucks. Also he fought World War II. Also he cooked. So he had it hard. Poetic Chaos, what's good? Thanks for coming. I remember that time when I was a teenager, we still bump heads. I remember one time we almost got in a fight. I was like 15. Well, got tired. Treat me as a cadet instead of his son. But when I got older, that's all he knew. But it doesn't make it right. And I'll tell you a story before I continue. It was on a Saturday it happened at the house. You know what I'm saying? At the time, living in PJs. You know what I mean? At that time, strength of my masculinity, finding myself in this, oppressed system that at times me and my late father had talked about. Good to see you too, Porter Kels. You've been missed. And wow. And I remember once broke it up, talked, and said, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you too. It's funny, like you need baby crazy. You know, I was like laughing. I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah. And you don't punish. I ain't punishing you. But you respect what's else old. And so I ain't gonna say it was the same, but I had to understand that's all you know. But then, like again, it didn't make it right. KQ KC Boxing, salute. Thank you, thank you. Hit the like button. Also, I have a PayPal account. Also, Super Chat. Want to donate? Feel free. If not, you don't have it. Understand? Hit the like button. And I never forget that day that I thought things got worse. It didn't. It came out better than I expected. I didn't get punished. I did apologize. And but it was at the time that my grandmother like wasn't even there too. And at the time, my mom, it was cool, confusion because my late grandmother, that's my mother's mother, she passed away in '96 of cancer. And they couldn't stand each other, my grandmother and my father. They always hit heads, and my mother had to fuse. And even my late aunt, she also passed away of cancer in '98. And it was so funny. My father always like talk about boxing and stuff. KQKC, he came in. We used to talk about boxing too and everything. He always said, you know sports. I don't understand why you don't come a broadcaster. You know every sport. You could break it down. Say, I don't want to be like, it wasn't that much opportunities out there. Jay Good, what's good, family? Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. But get back to the story, right? And father sat me down. This was at the time my mom, she was petitioners, She was petitioners. My younger brother, he was getting older. And so I was big brother in the house. So and he called me, getting ready and stuff. My mom's getting ready. She had to do two heads. My grandmother at the time, she was living, she used to invite us over. And all her grandkids, family over. That was her way to keep the family together. So she always cooked like every week or every other week. And I never forget, this is like the beginning of the summer. And I had a basketball game that day. I played for the championship. And it was like a big game. This is like one of the big games in New York City at the time of my age group. So my father asked me a question. He said, I don't want you to lie to me. Sometimes, before I continue, sometimes they would think fathers don't have intuitions, but they do. In their own way, they really do. And he asked me, said, son, I want to ask you a question. The years you went grandma shopping, did she ever buy anything? Don't lie to me, I punish you. You were not playing the game. I said, no. I'm going to ask you one more time. I want you to be direct. I understand you want to do it for mom and everything, but do a standard for yourself. You hear me? I said, yes, Dad. Grandma ever buy you anything while you shop? No. I figured that. Go play with your brother, right? I said, your mommy gonna argue? Yeah. We gonna tangle a little bit, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. And never forget, at the time, when all this old, my father, he was a cheap man, but he gave me money. And he showed me the principle. You don't spend a lot. You don't spend a lot. You learn to save. Let me say, I'll never can hear me $80. I said, Dad, you know, you gave me $80. Man, you put that in your pocket before I said something, but he's joking around like that. You know, take 40 with you. Leave 40. You don't need to spend a lot. You know you're gonna need some chips or something to sandwich something because you know grandma, she started your grandma started a little bad. Like, Dad. So I'm sorry, your grandmother. So, wow. Just working with family. And they knew my late father and my mother still living. They had it out. I'm telling you, they had it out. And it was like 20 minutes straight. And he said, she called me and said, Jerry? Yes, ma'am. Don't lie to me. Like your father, I punish you. Said, son, tell the truth. Did grandma ever buy you anything while you do shop for her for years? I said, nope. I said, you see that he's a good kid. He ain't gonna lie. Why he gonna lie to somebody? I just want to make sure that bad Alex. Dad, I said, Dad. Okay, your grandmother, you know. And I'm saying they had wars for years and I witnessed it in. And I never forget that's one of the few times my late father said, it's gonna be all right. I want you to concentrate on your game. And he called me back. He went. I never forget. See, at the time, my father at the time was getting sick. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know that he was getting sick. And to really look back, like something I wish I could do. But anyway, when we talked and everything, I'll never forget. He gave me 5 quarters. He said, "It's 5 quarters. Put in your pocket. Each time when you ask your grandma, did she buy you anything? I want you to go and call me. Even though she give you something, I want you to keep in contact. Okay?" So okay. So I never forget that he took my mom's to work. Like I said before, at the time, my mom, she was beauticianist. So she had do hair, and so my father took her to work. And so my father, he said, after that we went straight to grandma's house, my late grandma's house, and we went pick up and then so we go shopping. And the shopping mall, the supermarket that she was at, it was not that far where my mom's worked at the time. Because at the time my cousin had her own shop in Brooklyn. So we went pick up. My father, like, he had to use the bathroom too. So he said, yeah, you go out to use the bathroom, play with your friends and stuff, but it was time to go. You had to go. I said, okay. I never forget. It was like at the time, my older brother, the one, I talk about at times. He was he lived with my grandmother. And I see him. He said, yeah, man, everybody looking for that game. And never forget. This was going on like 1:00, and my father said, make sure you say some energy now. I said, okay. He said, and I never forget. He said, each time. And she didn't get you. Each time you ask her, she get you anything. I want you to go to the phone booth and call me and let me know. I said, okay, here's 5 quarters. You don't have to take out nothing. Don't use your money. I said, okay. And that's what I did. And the 5th quarter, I asked her, said, Grandma, they got Alkanash 2 for $3. Could I get some? No, you going. What's going on? I said, okay. And I said, so I went. I didn't want to call, but I understand protocol for your parents, Now, I can't lie. You gotta tell the truth, even though, you know. Clark Kent was good. And so after that, we I called. And I let my father know, my late father know, like, nah, Dad, she didn't get it. He felt the disappointed like this. Okay. I'm gonna call your mother. And it's gonna be all right. He said, I go get you, me and mommy, we will get you Haagen-Dazs. I said, nah, no, we gonna get you Haagen-Dazs. And I'll never forget that. I packed my stuff. And he said, all right, so your grandmother's ready. I said, yeah, okay. Swing by your mother, be there about that. Well, your father, I said, yeah, mom. Yeah, I said, yeah, grandma. He gonna be here like in 20 minutes. And I did not know that he, usually my father wait around, my mom's calling him and he go get, but he was up already, so and he was already at the shop where my mom's working. So he said, I see you in 20. I said, I know 15. I said, yeah, you know your father. And he was there 15 minutes. And after that, I never forget the rage that I see in my mom's. I always see, they always, my mother, they used to get at it and everything. It wasn't no problem with that, but I never see that hide, and I never forget my father first, my late father first, it was Herschel. And he said, Herschel, I got it. But I said, I got it. Okay. Son, you go take the food and Lamar, help put the food in there. Say, hi, Daddy. Say, hey, what's up, my son, and everything. And thank you, Clark Kent. Thank you, Clark Kent. Thank you, Clark Kent. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here too. Glad you're here too. And I never seen my mom within my grandma's face. I'm talking about her mom. I said, Mommy, how dare you treat your grandson like that? Now, if you hate my husband, you can hate him, but you don't treat him that way. He knows I know you don't, and I'll never forget when baby, you go get you and Lamar some ice cream. I said, okay. And I never forget my father, he was looking. And he had that certain look like, yeah. You say one thing about my son, I'm gonna hurt you. I don't care you a man or woman. I had to like, Dad, okay. And I got some Haagen-Dazs. And my mother, I'll never forget my younger brother. He's Down syndrome, but he was so smart. He was the best thing ever happened to us when he was born 79, because we was going through a lot. And he's like by his resistance put us together. Not all the way together, but together. And we get back to the story. He never liked anybody that argue. He didn't like that. Why you argue all the time? I don't like what you grow. I said, okay. I said, Lamar, I grown people. I know, but I don't like when they argue. I said, okay. So as a big brother, I gotta calm down. And oh, I appreciate Jay Good. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And and all that and everything. Like I said, it was bad, and earlier, but it came out great. And I'll never forget that. My mom said, "Okay, when we get to your house, I'm gonna deal with you." Oh no, oh yes, we are. We gonna deal. And I never forget. I did not know at the time until a little later on. My aunt was at the hair plate, for my beauty salon that my cousin, because my cousin at the time she was married. She's not married now, but she had to go home and change. And because she said, "Yeah, you made sure you told Jerry to get my number and call me." And I called Greer and I said, "I'm fine, Greer," and like that. So my aunt and my uncle came straight. At the time, most of their kids was like grown. And so my aunt and my uncle was waiting. I know you ain't talking to my nephew like that. My auntie Ruth, she was so spicy, but true, my God. Caramel, long hair, dark brown eyes. Oh my God, my uncle. And my uncle was a quiet man. I ain't gonna say he was a quiet man, but he didn't like being near mess with his family. How dare you talk to my doing what your nephew is? You could, baby, no, no, no. You crazy, Mary? And I'm like looking like. He said, Pete, go to Herschel, let us swim and deal with this. And that's when I all through the time learned that women we deal with women, men deal with men. That's where I learned that from. That's where I really learned that from. So all that was really happening, right? How the family order happens, I put the thing, and I remember my late aunt told me, say, hey, I heard you playing in the game. I said, yeah. No wonder. They asked for you. I say, we do look alike. Yeah, we do look alike. I say, you must be Jeremy's aunt. Auntie Ruth. I said, yeah. He always talk about you. And I'm telling you, my aunt was a fox. Oh my God. When she aged, oh my God, it was like, yo. And her and my mom's looked just alike. It just my aunt was little lighter than my mom's. And they used to say this song, Serenade. Damn. Come on, yo, JT, get together. And whew, wow. And then she got my great grandmother got dealt with. And then, my father, he never came none of my basketball games. And I know when I used to play with people who's in Brooklyn, that knows East New York, because at that time, my uncle, at the time, they wasn't living in East New York, they lived in Flatbush. But my aunt had family, my uncle had family, so when he knows apart, he always show up my games. My father never came none of my games except that one. He said, let's go second. I said, you ain't, Daddy, I know Uncle Pico, you ain't, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna come here. No, you're not, Dad. You gonna go in the car, drink your beer, and sleep. When then he showed up and they stayed the whole game. And and I'm telling you, y'all, that one of the best games I played. We played a top team, and we blew them out. I had a triple double, and cause the same team that we played a year earlier, they had us down by like 25, and they beat us by 1 point. And I never forget the coach said, "No, we gonna come back the same team." So I advise y'all, when it hits next April, we gonna work hard. We gonna get our mind right, and then when we play in this tournament, we gonna beat teams. And I never forget when this tournament starts like in mid-April. And I never forget, and they add more games too. And I remember the team that beat us, he said, yeah, we gonna meet y'all again. All safe and done. Cause we are the two best teams. I said, yeah. And when I find out that the championship's gonna be around my grandmother's way, BRC, and anybody booking on BRC, that Boswell Recreation Center. And they had one of the big, tournaments playing there, big games played, people travel over, goes Brownsville, And I remember that Coach say, you starting. Because at first, no, he said I was coming off the bench. And then he said, no, I was coming off the bench. I was 6 man from the bench. But I know throughout the playoffs, I was playing. And he said, you starting. I am? Yeah, you starting. And you gonna control everything. And I want you to score. I want you to start scoring points. He said, yeah, man, you started the points. Because I was talking to my old coach about it and about what's going on. He said, no, just get your mind again. And I never forget, I scored 10 unanswered points. And we just blew them out. When I'm talking about we blew them out, we must have beat them at least about a good 80. Because at first we beat them about 30 at the half. And We blew them real good. And after that, the bench came and they just cleaned them. I'm talking about it was pure domination because at that time, most of my friends I went to junior high school with, majority they moved. And then good thing they moved to Brownsville, nearby where my grandma lived at. And majority of them, they moved the same project that my grandma lived in. That's Noble Drew Projects. That's right off New Lots Avenue and Thomas Borland, formerly Stone Avenue. Anybody Brooklyn ain't know. Tony Smith, welcome, brother. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I might have a panel. It really depends. So just letting you know, I'm throwing that out. It really depends how I feel. And so welcome, Tony Smith from the Manosphere. And that was one of the proudest time I see my father. Like, yeah, that's my son. And knowing my older brother, he was like going crazy because practically all Brownsville, East New York was there. It was so packed that it took us, the team took a good 25 minutes to really get out the door. And the trophy ceremony was there, and it was like crazy, man. I never forget the time I see my father. He was like had his out and everything. My second older brother was there, and that was one of the few times that the family was that had cousins came. Oh yeah, and I got the MVP and stuff, and our team really cleaned up the trophy ceremony. We cleaned up, and practically everybody got saying what? What saying what, brother? Always a lady. Thanks, Daniel S. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. And man, that was big. And I mean, I was the man at that night. It was like, yeah, we brother, and that was one of the few times that I see my moms and was happy. And that night I never forget. There was like my grandmother. She was wicked in spades, 500 big woods. I'm talking about her table. She was always undefeated. Always undefeated. So I play outside. He said, when you get in the house, So I think I had to go to school that Monday. So um, my mom said, you come in the house. You gonna come back tomorrow to grandma's house and everything. That's how my late grandmother liked that. If she had enough food, she's not really tired. You used to come back. We used to play and stuff like that. And at the time, I was going to the Kingdom Hall. I was your witness at the time, so we had an early meeting. So he said, "Don't worry about it. You gonna see your friends again." I said, "Okay." And I came to the house like 8 o'clock. And I'll never forget. It was my mother. It was one of her friends. I forgot one of her friends was. Oh man, her name is Miss Dixon, but I forgot her first name. But she was always best friends and family. She was like another grandmother too. She was all best friends with the family. They was longtime best friends with my grandmother. And she said, yeah, we got you and everything. And I never forget. And my father was an excellent card player. But he never liked to play cards. But he was an excellent card player. For a man that my late father only went up to fifth grade reading level, excellent in cards. Excellent. I'm talking about any game card, but he could play it well. And if he could have played professionally, he could have. He was that good. He was off to play professional, but I tell you, he had a family, so couldn't do it. And they said, you look at the game. He said, gotta know who they have. I said, I don't want to be. No, 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 no. In his own, just look at it. And he said, Mary Lee Bassey. That's my late grandmother's name. He said, you're gonna lose tonight. Me and Francis gonna wipe you up. Your streak is over. And I'm talking about my grandma's streak was like for years. I mean, she used to catch L's in there, but years. She went on that table. I don't know how she do it. And let me see. Okay. Thank you, Danielle. And it's but they play Big West, they wiped them out. In other words, they wiped them out. They play spades, they wiped them out. 500. I mean, those spades. See, I don't play spades, and they play up to like 1,000. You say you don't learn, don't you? And she made 2 pans of macaroni cheese. And my father said this, my late father. He said, we beat you tonight. That second pan of macaroni cheese is Jerry's, right? And a half a cake. Why you mean? I said, so my mom said, Mom, you made a lot of cakes and pies. At least he didn't get a whole cake. He liked a cake. And it make it so bad that we had cake that night. We had two cakes. And my mom, that's how my grandma made. She had cakes inside. She had two refrigerators. And so all that's happening, they wiped them up. I never seen my grandmother got that mad. And so my aunt said, comma. We could still come tomorrow? Yeah, y'all can still come tomorrow. Because you have an attitude, we ain't coming. I says, come, what do you mean? You don't talk to me, your daughter. You ain't saying, You treat your grandson bad, and you got wiped out by my sister and the man that you And I was cracking. I was like, my mom said, don't know. I said, oh, Mom, it's fun. That's okay. My mama, I'll never forget my mom. My father, he can laugh if he want to. Why not? He'll laugh. And he said, I ain't packing it. So my aunt said, well, I pack his stuff up and I'd be more than happy to give it to him. My mom and my auntie, she packed my whole pan of macaroni cheese that my grandma made. I don't know. I said, Grandma, you still got enough food for everybody for tomorrow. We'll be back. And a whole cake. And he said, yeah. He said, don't worry about something. We coming back tomorrow, so we don't have to wait for dinner. I said, okay. And I never forget. See, what I'm trying to say, this family. Okay, Honesty. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. But see, my point was, I want you to look at the title too. Word Honesty, and I might have a panel discussion. I might. It depends. It really depends. So watch out for that. And it's so funny that how me and my father was at that day, and how everything has cleared up. And that's one of the few times my father got along and everything. And I had my trophy. I had my big pan of macaroni cheese, and I had me a whole cake. And that was one of the few times in my life I was happy when I was young, when I was a teenager. And that was one of the few times my father made me feel special. And before I start go for my late son, I talk about him. You have to understand that black men back then, they had to deal through a lot. And I'm not saying but black women. Of course, black women had to deal through a lot too. There's no doubt about that. But the black man had to deal with something a lot. fighting a war, that when you come home, you can be discriminated. My father got his 2 middle fingers and one of his hands got chopped off in World War II, and at the same time he cooked. See his older friend got hanged for nothing. He was young. And it goes to show that at that moment, and then at that moment, my family don't know nothing about this. Part of Kels, she knows, but because we talked about it on the channel, something happened to me when I was 11 that I still think that my late father knew, but it was too late because he was dying. And that's why I always go hard on the brothers, man. I know what it is to not be counted. And even like you got a woman pregnant, but you doing the right thing. You know, you willing to change, and the courts is not, the system is not working for you. And I get that. But you fight for your kids, man. You fight with everything you have. You don't have to deal. You gotta have some deals with her, but you take care of your kid, man. And learn and tell them the truth about this system, that they don't love you. And even some of our people deliberately don't love you. And I have to say that because it happens to me. See, even though me and my father wasn't even there all the time, but the one thing I learned from my father in his own way is about this oppressed system. You know? And sometimes that our people, we're to this status and everything, we tend to forget about that. The love and commitment. Don't talk to a black man right now to protect that black woman that deserves to be protected. And that black woman will love when you protect her, because she gonna do whatever she can to make that man happy and take care of the house and stuff. And she was happy to do that, even though she had jobs there, because they make it seem that the black woman, she just was laying on her ass and she take care. No, sometimes some of them, they had jobs too. They have to pitch in too, because the opportunity wasn't even there for us as a people. Good brother Rob, thanks for coming. They're educating our community. So really, when I get my grinding from, is my father and my mom's, because they grind to keep the family together. So 30 years, my father made his transition today. And I can say this, that you need baby. I'm all right. You know? Because he always want me to impact the world in my way, be the grinding. And he said, when you speak the truth, not everybody's going to accept it, but you got to keep on. And so that means I got to be focused. I got to keep on doing the work that our ancestors had laid down for us to keep it going, no matter what status I'm in. You know, be authentic, be different. You know, my late father always say that, you know, be original. Always fight for the truth and stand on the truth. Learn to stand alone when it needs to be. And there's going to be people that's not going to refuse to understand that. And when he was dying, you know, everything came together to me when I was really sat down and records, thinking and stuff. And that's why he let me be around with the Black Panthers. Because he see the warrior in me. And they took good care of me. Even though at that time I was Jehovah's Witness. And I learned about Africa. You know what I'm saying? I learned about this oppressed system. I learned about Amos Wilson, young Amos Wilson, and Dr. Henry Clark. At the time, he became an icon. You know, at that time, he was like, I was young. He was like 30 years, almost 40 years. And Dr. Francis Crescent at the time of the ISIS papers. And it came out in 69, and another version came out that time too. That a lot of people don't know about it, but it's true. And be around these powerful brothers, sisters in the Black Panther Party. Protect us. Peace, brother. That's before I moved to the projects. And what's going on, Monique? How you doing? And so understand, always grind. That's my DNA. That's my way to impact our people. But grinding doesn't mean you do it one way. Grinding means you got to be diverse. And we got to get back into that family. We got to stop disrespecting each other's existence. Just do your part. Don't try to be big as somebody else. Start reaching out when you want. Start reaching out to be. Some of us want to be part of the big platform instead of just be humble and work your way up. I don't have a problem with a big platform because I've done it already. Been there, done it. But that's what it's all about. I learned from my father, stand up. And that's why I developed the voiceless ones of the spirit of my late father. Because he always stand up like for the underdog. I noticed that for my father. I wish he'd do that more for my family, but I'm not gonna get to that. But that's what it's all about. No. And so when you have your father pass away, learn from their example. Learn from their positive examples instead of their negative examples. And to understand that the era they was in, it was impossible. My father born during the time that he couldn't even pee. He couldn't even pull over and pee, let himself out. You know what I mean? He had to wait for another county that he could do that. They can't even get soda. They can't even eat. They can't even conversate. My heart's go out to you, Monique. I know. And so by each year that go by, it gets harder because if he would have been living, he would have been 92 on Christmas Eve. And it's just hard, you know. I know he'll be proud of me. Oh, he would not understand this technology, but knowing my father, he would know. He know it quick, you know. So I love you, Dad. Your need, baby, is fine. Tell everybody, told our ancestors, say hi. Now we're gonna talk about when we gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about my late son JT. Um, Lost him in 2009 when I was with the ex. Um, at the time, we wasn't even there. You know, 3 years later, came to an end, no doubt. That's one of the reasons I'm in Virginia for almost 7 years now. And he brought me so joy when I was part of his life for 4.5 months. You know, I remember I used to put my hand when I was the ex. He always used to kick. He used to kick us. Yeah, he knows you. Oh, wow. And he always be moving around and, you know, I remember that I used to get off work or go to the store, get some, because, you know, when women get pregnant, they want things, they want certain things. So, and you have to get up. I said, daddy home. He used to move. Oh my God, JT. I said, you know, name no J, no, I don't want no Junior. And he used to kick. I'm telling you, he used to move like that. And so you all right, JT? Stop talking to him because he moving around. It's crazy. So I try to be, Tony. I try to be, brother. But I appreciate the compliment. You know, I appreciate the compliments. It means a lot. And the day, 2009, close to springtime. At the time, that's when my cousin, she had her own security guard company with a boyfriend at the time. And actually was in pain. So you want me to go to work? Said, you go to work. If anything, you call me, all right? I call you. And I'll never forget, she said, JT, I want us to work. I said, yo, we talk about it. So I went to work. And usually, like, when I worked that night, my cousin always used to take me out, make sure I had some food for me, and also with the ex and everything. But this sound didn't sound right. And my cousin put me in the cab, gave my money, gave me extra, and she couldn't move. So I'm bleeding a lot. So I said, you want me to call a cab? And she was screaming at me. So I don't know why I'm screaming at you. I said, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. And I'm gonna call the ambulance. So I called the ambulance. And I was with her. And we were trying to save the baby. I said, please save my little JT. Please save little JT. And she said, we're gonna work it out, baby. No, don't think about that. Let's take care of this. And I prayed Jehovah and everything, and I was that night before I didn't get no sleep. And and I waited, and they told me to come in the room. I mean, I come in, become in the emergency room. I was in the waiting room for hours. And they said, we're going to do some more check. But so far, so good. Just do the ultrasound. And when we do the ultrasound, the man had to leave, stuff like that. It's not like you seeing them doing it. But there was a lot of discrimination there too. And I heard this sound. I heard a sound. I said, no, no. And that's when I knew then that JT tried to fight. Little JT trying to fight. Couldn't. So I have to be strong for her, even though our relationship was in shambles. And the nurses didn't want to let me know what's going on. Because where I was at, there's it's not a lot long hallway, but it's like a narrow hallway there's a shortcut that you can walk to the emergency room. And I'll never forget that. And she said, no, he is the father. He needs to damn know. Tell him, or I'm going to tell him. And she couldn't get up. She couldn't get up. And I heard, she know I heard, but so let me tell you, little JT's gone. I said, I heard. She said, I'm sorry I lost your son. I said, I'm sorry, baby. I said, it's all right. We won't get through this together. Now, understand what I'm saying, family. There's a lot of things that was happening that my ex did not think I know, but I knew. I knew. But the sake of my son, our son, little JT, I had to soldier on. Despite when I was going through in pain. And I never forget that she called my mom's. Why JT ain't like this and that? And my mom told us, do you know that my son had called me and cried? Because everybody was excited for me. My brothers, and all it was so excited. Me, my cousins, we gonna have, it was big. Because when I was married, that's another story. I ain't getting that, but speed it up anyway. I had to suppress my feelings, deal with somebody that I know deep down inside don't love me. You hear what I'm saying? But I had to soldier on. I know people, you should have left and stuff like that, but can't. It's my son that I helped create it in the past. And we get in the cab. Want something to eat? I want to eat. She said, I could go to the store and get you something to eat. Nah, sorry. She said, it's all right, I can make call. Yeah. Call your moms and everything. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing she did. I give her credit. She said, I want you to call your family first. And I want to be right there. And she said, baby, you can cry if you want. Nah, I'm gonna be there for you the best I can. And she said, we need to take that trip to Miami. Come to find out that was a disaster. I'll probably touch on that. Maybe, maybe not. Depends. And call my mom. My mom's already know. My older brother was hurt. My second oldest brother was hurt. That's my older brother. And my second old sister say something like, he don't know what is having a baby. Now my second old sister, she don't know what she talking about because she never had a baby. So, and I'll never forget that the ex snatched the phone. How dare you to let me handle it? My mom said, how dare you say something like that to your brother? How dare you? And then also the ex let my second older sister have it. That was taken care of quick. And then I forget we was watching at that time it was Monique. I think it was Monique was on. And we watched Monique and stuff. And could I say close to you? Like I said, it was a lot of problems with us we have in our relationship. It was a lot. It wasn't no contact or nothing. Sex, you name it. It wasn't hardly no contact, bro. It was not. But for my little man JT, hey, why not? And we dealt with it together. And like I said, from 2009, and I'm saying we was together even before then. I'm talking about we was together. I said at that time, like going on 5 years. So we was together for a minute. Good evening to you, Spirit of Truth. No problem. Always do. Always do. Will make a difference. Thanks for y'all the show. I very much appreciate it. Most likely I might have a panel discussion. And got all this happening. I know that was his spirit trying to keep us together until it was done. 2012. Now during the time after all JT happened, after my son left, made his transition in 2009. I went to college. I was doing good in college, y'all. I was doing college first year and everything. And there are people want me to run for this and that. But, being first year, I didn't have enough, hours and stuff like whatever it is, time. And something also drastically happened in the relationship. On November 8th, 2011, when I found out that she was messing around. I already knew she was messing around. I already knew that. And that was during the time I was going to college. I was like, matter of fact, I was signed up going to college. I was pre-registered, and I found that out. And I'm not going to really get into that. But that time I had to going back to the house and be sure for that, take the test, pre-registered so that can go through. And so that's hurt. But I know all that time, little JT has my back. Also the mother's back. But I do want to tell men this and learn from me. Don't be around with a woman that don't love you or don't cherish you as a human being. And I know some women gonna get mad at me, but I don't care. And I always say, if it's all about advocating for men, do that. You deserve that. You are a human being. You don't have to fall to this oppressed system that at times women do dominate it. Then you got the gay, lesbian dominated. You don't have to fall with that. You don't have to do that. And sisters, same thing too. But brothers, you owe that to yourself. Remember that. So when I heard it, I took the test, and I did well on the test. I came third in the class and everything. And they said, welcome. You gonna go to college, start January 2012. But again, November 8, 2011. That's the first time I feel like going home. I ain't want to go home, family. And it was brick cold. Oh, it was cold. It was down to 10 degrees, fam. And I ain't want to go home. But when I learned from my father, you face it. So what happened? I hate when you act like that. I said, you know what's up, but I got it though. Because on November 8, 2011, when I was getting ready to go to school and take a test and pre-registration for the college, she told me that she was talking to this guy and he was a friend. And he told me, she was telling all my business what's going on, but she was telling her side. And he was saying he should leave it alone. I said, no, you fucked him. You know you did, you fucked him. And I came to the college. I'm going back and forth, just working me. I went back and forth, you know, and they said, well, you don't have to just take the test because you don't have to, you have to take a special test to know what level that your major that you take on and everything. So, but all the paperwork is finished. So family, after I heard what I told you what happened, picture I do this. I can't do nothing. I have to buckle down. And I called my friend about, I grew up with. He's a teacher. So she went to work. She worked 311 at a time. He said, man, what you need? I said, man, give me some OE, man. And I took that OE to the head. I said, damn, what you think? But I got to go take care of this. And I took care of it. And like I said, everything turned out right. Like I said, I passed everything. And I went to the house. Welcome, Bryson Lesby. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. And but I kept on pushing, family. I kept on pushing. I could tell you when I got out of college at that night or whatever it is, I didn't want to call. I didn't want to come home. I didn't want to see her. It was like it'll be a time that I don't even see her till the next morning. I cover college, I get off and oh, she's going out. Well, you never be home. It's just fine. And I noticed that like in May of that year, 2011, no, 2012, I mean, she wanted to stay home. And I said, you want to go out, you can go out. I'm not going to stop you. I never stop you from going out. See, some men fail to understand is that it's all about the woman you choose, but the woman gonna do what she want to do. I'm not talking about I ain't talking about the ones that have sense that has pride. You know, cause I was raised like this. I'm not gonna hold your hand, so you be with me. If you want to be with me, you make time. Goes from man to woman, and I'm a firm believer in that. You know, I'm not gonna do that. You know, and so what happened was, you know, sometimes that us man, we got to make a change. You know, so I deserve what's going on. I had to make a decision. So go along 2012, and at the time where I was living at with the ex, I was part of the Bible study. I was the acting president. I was the acting vice president. Also, I was the acting treasurer. And so I had responsibilities to the community to learn about God. So also I was heading out on different things to help raise the funds for our Bible study. You know? So I was like, frankly, I was running the show. And I was the youngest. So we had mostly ladies in there, older ladies. So I gotta make sure that they was protected, make sure they was okay. Well, blazing in sports. Salute to you as always, brother. You gotta hit me up tomorrow, man. We gotta chat it up. You gotta hit me up tomorrow. And and all that was happening, it wasn't getting better. And at the time I was talking to my brother, my older brother at the time, he was down south. I finally told him what's going on. He was the first one I really told what I was going through for years. And he was like telling me like, he said, I don't care. Okay, got you. And so when we was chatting it up, you know, our Bible study, we have a luncheon. It was like different like churches was coming community center. Who was raising, so they had like, you know, singing and all that, and I'll never forget on me and the ex we had to get together that day, and And I'll never forget, it was this women pastor said, man, stand up for your right. Don't let no Jezebel women take you down to the darkness path. Again, black woman intuition. She ain't know me from a can of paint. You hear me? You fight. God's on your side. We need black men. And that was one of the few times I was teared up. And Reverend Henderson, he lived in our building, so he said, I think, and he was very fond of my ex, you know what I'm saying? He was very fond of her, you know. He said, I think you need to talk to him. Why? Something's going on. What do you mean? I think you need to talk to him. He said, buddy, you need to talk. What's going on, buddy? You can talk to the man. And understand, Reverend Henderson, he had a son that is slow, that he was about 40 some years old. He was cool back in the day, but somebody messed him up. And so he had to take care of him. And at the time, he was a sickly man. And so, well, I never told him that, but I'll never forget that towards Memorial Day weekend, when I go towards when I told my brother this, my older brother, he said, I'm going to call you every day. Make sure you're all right. And get back to that day. So when the luncheon was over, help clean up and everything, I said, buddy, I want you to go upstairs. So the ex, sometimes you see that, he said, yeah, I seen your girl. She said, you don't have to go to the store. She got everything. She wants you to come stay. So that day, I see her father. And her father, I talked to her father, and her father like, yeah, he ain't say nothing. I said, what is you talking about? I talked to him. I said, I talked to him like about an hour. So I remember I came upstairs and I was furious. I was angry. I said, how can you say that? Oh, you ain't really. I said, we talked the other hour. I said, man, F that. And so the ex, she knew I was lying. Said, Dad, why you do that? So that day, we went through everything else, and I just felt the spirit, and it was like little JT, and it was like, it's gonna be all right, Dad. I'm gonna be right to every step of the way. And I told him I was hearing some things, family, that I'm saying, if you gonna do dirt right. You know what I mean? There's protocols and codes with the codes that you gotta do. You know what I mean? But she didn't care. And I remember it was one of the guys she used to mess with. I knew, and I was furious. I'm talking about, oh, they say the way they treat them, why you? I said, I don't give a fuck. Past year and a half, you got nasty. Why do you think I got nasty? You don't give a fuck about me for a long time. You think I hear you was on the phone? It doesn't make a difference. And I remember this guy, he came in the house, he acted like he was with this young lady, but I know he went to see her. Because I already seen the bullshit. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. I know you don't want to talk to me, man. You got a problem. Yo, you talking like you really want to like do something. Nah, brother, it ain't like that. Yeah, I know what time it is. Just remember, I know people too. And I was gonna bust his ass in the house, but you know, I had to like JT like, and what's the matter with you? People, I said they ain't gonna leave because they gonna see this pit. And I said, just keep the motherfucker away from you. I know you. I know you and your friends set it up like that. So you go talk to him. You say we friends, right? Go ahead. I'll chill. I'll be all right. I'll be in the bedroom, and that's what happened. I chill in the bedroom. I come out. Maybe I chill in the balcony. You know what I'm saying? Chill. Everything good in the hood. And and usually when we have certain things, I used to do the cleanup because I didn't want to be around her. So I used to clean up. I clean everything. And so that day was nice. So that night was like about 65, 70 degrees. So usually I used to do a lot of reminiscing, you know what I'm saying? Do my prayers and stuff, you know, talk to the ancestors and shit, you know, like that. You know, so after that, you know, when it came the next day, and check it out, family. She went out that night. Oh, we gonna hang out. This like 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, you can go out, go ahead. I'll be back. I said, I don't care. And I cleaned up. I cleaned up. And I know it's gonna be some man it's like, you should have left, you should have did that. I see, I tell anybody, you know, you gotta know the circumstances of what you're wearing. You gotta know the bigger picture. You just cannot just fly and just do certain things because you feel that, oh, as a man or as a woman, you need to do that. No. And you can't, and you know, you gotta think. You know, I told as men all the time, you gotta think. You gotta think who run the system. And the sad thing about it, the system is be these wicked women. You gotta think about it. I know some don't like saying that. You gotta think like that. And you gotta be a step ahead of them. And so I know we fall apart. Just came home. Now think about it. Only ones in my family knew is really my older brother. My mother got have an idea. You can't fool mom. Mom, I think she had an idea, but no, that was the place I didn't want to be at. But I know that when um when all this was happening, and then during the times like, oh, I forgot, and it was like one of those times 3 months before that, she went to Las Vegas for 3.5 weeks. Now, when we was together, we used to go on trips all the time, you know, together and stuff like that. But you know, so I was always into culture. I was into our people. She wasn't like that. So, you know, I always like, you know, when they used to make fun of people, don't make fun of no people like that. Don't, you know? You know, I've been to cruises that when people told me, oh, I'm with the Bahamas and stuff, I see how people getting dominated, you know, older people, our old people had to answer these young people, did not give a fuck about them, like 20, 21, 33 and stuff, old enough to be a kid, you know, be a father, mother and stuff, and talk to them like trash. And I used to take up for them. I like, I ain't talking like that, man. I'm talking about, who are you? I said, who are you? I mean, one time I went to Bahamas, and it was this lady. She was like talking this older woman. She was like in the 60s. They had her wear hot. I told me it was Bahamas was hot. Had her wear stockings, hot, you know, sweating, and talk to get in her face. I said, why you getting her face for like that? Why you talking? Don't no. Why you getting her face like that? You know you sure wanna be your mom. You getting her face like that. Get in my face like that. It's all they hear the you know, hear the ex. Oh, you start your man. F that. Fuck that. Be on White Guadu, give me my ticket and I leave. So I also, when I'm saying like go on the cruise, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying, family? So I'm not saying, so if you have your significant one, you know what I'm saying, they have stuff for kids too. Don't get me wrong, they do have stuff for kids, but if you want to get away, see different islands and stuff, or even like you just don't want to see an island, you just want to go for 3 days and just be on a cruise, you know, play on that, you know. Good night to you too. And so do that. You know what I mean? You need to do that. So so I witness of certain islands where they had you know, our people, they are so creative. I'm talking about great stuff. And you see them other nationalities make fun of them. X ain't say nothing about it. And I can tell you this too. You can go on a cruise and they know your masculinity is strong. I'm talking about the black man. These women or other nationalities, they would not say nothing to you. They pass you by and talk to that. That happened to me too. It also happened to other black men too. Yeah, so I witnessed a lot, you know. But I tell them, like I tell them, I dig in your goddamn chest. So in my own way, I still have to fight against the system globally. And sometimes when we leave them and go back on the cruise, my heart goes out for them because when they see somebody like looks like them and happy, and you talk to them, some of them said they don't even talk to them. Just have a conversation. How's your family doing? Telling your ear, "Ah, I'm going through a lot, and I know y'all going through a lot, and you just pray for us." You know what that's like? Anybody want to donate to the super chat or PayPal? Be very much appreciated. Or you want to hit the like button? Very much appreciated. And so I've been through a lot. You know, my father, my late son, little JT. She told me to name him too. I named little JT. No Junior. Hello, JT. You've been 10 this month. Fight for your kids, brothers. Do not let that woman get in the way. Do not let that system get in the way. And women, black women, if that man is willing to take care of his kids, you let them. You do not have the right to hold them. You do not have the right to have the system hold. You don't have the right to let the system tell you what to do. There's a lot of brothers taking care of their kids. All we just say, give us a fair shot. No, they don't give us a fair shot. We want our shot. Let me explain that. We want our shot. If you don't want to give us our fair shot, I mean not fair shot, our shot, we have to go through you, so be it. And some of these men don't want to take care. Y'all got to answer to that too. And the Godfathers like me, pitch in, be in their life. You are greatly appreciated. Because we don't talk about the Godfathers and the Godmothers in our community. That they need to be recognized too more. So here it is. Oh, guess that's about it. No, not really. Just be good to each other. And you know what? I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do something. Usually people talk, they like, oh, I don't want to talk. I want to open up the panel. Anybody want to join the panel? Let me know. Let me know that anybody want to join the panel. I'm okay. But I know we got ways to go to be together. We got to start from somewhere. I know that much. Shout out to Danielle. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to Jay Good. Thanks for the super chat. Shout out to everybody in the super chat. I mean, everybody in the chat. That very much appreciated. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. Anybody wanna join the panel? Let me know. Hope everybody doing all right.
Yo,
Oh, there he is.
what up? What up, JT?
What's good with you? Hold on. Let me turn the Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. I couldn't hear you at first. I hear you now, though.
Oh, okay, that's cool. How you feel, brother?
I'm all right, bro. I'm all right. I, man, that story you just told, that was deep, man. I just got back online and yeah, I was just listening to you finishing telling your story, man. Yeah, that was deep. That was deep, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. So I think it's something that at first I was gonna share it at this time, but it was need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, man. Yeah, we gotta get those type of things off of our chest sometimes. Yep.
Because sometimes us as brothers, man, we hold, we want to pick and choose, and so hold on, Danielle. I'm gonna share the link. She said she want the page there. Share the PayPal link. Okay, copy. So how you feel, brother?
Hey, I'm just laying back for real. Just finished eating something.
What you eat?
Man, I just ate some chicken again, and I ate some French
What?
fries. Yeah, I've been on a chicken binge, man.
Mhm.
But I try to cut back on the meat for real, for real. But sometimes I slip up and eat meat though. I can't go fully vegan, man. It's hard, man. It's hard. But I try to eat more vegetables, like here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, Danielle. I just post the PayPal. So here it is. So yeah, but so any question you want to ask, brother, feel free.
Oh, I mean, I'm just here hanging out, man. I'm just hanging out with the fam for real. That was
Oh,
like I said, this story, man. That was deep, man. That was heavy, man. But I'm glad you was able to open up and let everybody know, what you've been through, man.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was deep, man. And like I said, you're a strong brother, man. I respect you. Like I said, I always appreciate you, man. Real talk. Yep.
I appreciate that. You strong yourself, bro.
Hey, I be trying, man. I be trying, man.
The Grinch, what's going on? Strag killer.
Stragology.
Allergy. Yeah.
Grr, grr,
Yeah.
grr.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to get on the Grinch, feel free. See, Tony, the one thing about me that I don't open up to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I just don't because it's up to you, Grinch. You want to get on, let me know. And so but I feel tonight it was time. It was time to let people know that the us older brothers, we go through things too. But at the same time, we gotta say example for the younger men too, to understand their plight. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I agree. I agree
And
100%.
that's our problem. In our generation, that's our problem. We don't want to open up. And so I hope that, okay, I hear you. Always dangerous. That's why I'm the underrated one, the grinder. And I always let you know, the Grinch, man, I got you. Always remember that. I got your back, the Grinch. The underrated one always got your back. Always respect you. And I salute to you. I salute to Tony. I salute to your brothers, man. I really do.
You already.
Already know. And I'm always gonna grind. I don't care. Like I told motherfuckers before, you gotta take me out. You gotta literally put me in the casket. And I'm still gonna fight. Man, y'all know, motherfuckers don't know. Hey, I'm telling motherfuckers don't know, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. See, with my story, I just give people 1/3. But it ain't all about trying to like out talk another person. You know what I'm saying, brother? Oh, nah, it ain't about that. But all I'm saying like this though, I've been through shit. I've been through a lot. And I want people to understand that, yo, you still gotta grind, man. And not everybody's gonna respect your grind. Not everybody gonna respect your vision. Not everybody's gonna respect your transition to greatness. They not gonna respect that. But fuck them, man or woman. Fuck you. I'm gonna do this, man. I lost a lot of people in my life. Hey, yo, brother Rob, if you want to get on, the horn, you be more. Matter of fact, you getting on, man. Forget all that. You don't get on this that, man. I'm tired of you, man. You getting on, man. The educator of our community, man. You know what I mean? But that's all I know, man. I don't care. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care. I don't care. You don't think I know. But I don't care, man. And that's the attitude we gotta have, man. That's our pass to you. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's real talk, man.
Yep. Never give up your focus, man. For our people, man. It's what start from you but see, that's what I'm saying. Start from you, man. You the only one know your only grind, man.
That's real. Yep. In life, you gonna have a bunch of like haters and hecklers, man. But like you said, you gotta have tunnel vision, though. Whatever the goal is, whatever the mission is, you just gotta look straight ahead and just follow that path. You right.
Exactly. You know
That's
what I'm
real.
saying?
That's real.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I really believe that at this moment, I got my vision is very broader. Let no mistake about it. But this was part of my vision right here. Do whatever I can to impact our people. Do whatever I can to have my hands in everything I can. That's it, man. I ain't new to this, man. I'm not new to this. Brother Rob, I'm seeing the link, man. Watch out for it, bro. And that's what it's all about, man.
You on a good mission. No, I was going to say you on the right path and you on the right mission, man. Much respect to you.
I appreciate that, man. Long time. Long time, Tony. Trust me, brother.
Yep.
Long time, man. Not lying to you. Long time. Not getting noticed. Not knowing what you try to do. Get kicked in the ass. Get kicked in the back. You still fighting. Your own people hurt you at times. Deal with all that. You know, and I know some women like to say your own women turn against you when you try to do the right thing. Society top at turn against you. These are talks we gotta have.
Man, that's real. That's
If
real
we
tough.
don't, if we don't talk, man, we gonna die. Like you heard before, almost died of stress 2017, in the 2017, man.
Man,
Nah, man. And at the time, I was still working on myself. Nah, man. That.
yeah, stress will kill you, man. Stress will kill you. That's real. We can't let it do it, man.
That's right. And the society, if you don't pay attention to what society doing, it will snuff you out. And don't think society cannot snuff you out. It can snuff you out in many ways. That sometimes, brothers, we tend to don't understand that. And they don't know. The one and only, the educator of himself for our community, good brother Rob.
Peace, brother
Man,
Rob. Peace.
man, peace to you, good brother Tone. Man, how you doing tonight, man? Peace to you, good brother JT. Man, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
I'm
Good.
good. I'm good. I just tell my story, brother Rob. That's it, man.
Yeah. And man, I had to tune in, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course I'm familiar with you know, the story somewhat, but I had to tune in, you know what I mean? Cause I done lost people, you know what I'm saying? And I know how I feel, you know. So I can empathize with you, brother. And then in terms of your vision, man, you know, I mean, man, I done seen the growth, So I know that you're doing a good thing in your heart in the right place. You know what I'm saying? So just, I'm just lending my support tonight, man. So man, keep doing your thing, family. Keep doing your thing.
Now, I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
I got to say this, Tony. Brother Rob was one of the few brothers that encouraged me to push. You know what I mean? Never gave up. See, that's the problem. That's the problem, us brothers. We want to give up too fast instead of encourage. Sometimes give them that tough love so they know they part of something. And I find out throughout social media, especially in YouTube, there are some brothers and sisters want to pick and choose who they want to be with, what they want to be comfortable with. But that's not what the movement is all about. The movement is all about you got to be with people that sometimes that maybe that you don't get along with but at least be cordial. And you never know, you might have a whole lot in common. Like I always said, the movement got to cover all fronts, not just some. So I urge our people to hear my voice, cover all fronts. Never think that you're bigger than the movement. Because if you think you're bigger than the movement will pass you by. Let me repeat that again. If any brothers sisters that think that they bigger than the movement will pass you by.
I agree, man. That's real talk.
And so
Unity, man. We gotta have unity, man. It's the only way we gonna survive.
yeah, we gotta have unity and it's gotta be sincere. It cannot be certain sectors anymore, man. I can't see you, Tony. Oh, you part of the manosphere. I ain't fucking with you because I think because maybe your certain beliefs is not with mine. Nah, I gotta roll with you. I gotta be there.
Same here, man. Same here.
Brother Rob been educated in our community for a long time. The championship that he won. Oh my! Thank you, Angel. If you want to get on, sis, let me know. Send your email. You can get on the panel. But even Brother Rob, he's an educator in our community for a long time. He won a championship with his team that other people in our community has thrown away. I can imagine how he feels. Because you know why, Tony, Brother Rob? Because once upon a time, the some parts of this side had thrown me away. And I'm here to talk about it. I wish I was in Chicago to celebrate Brother Rob because I know what it is to get thrown away. And even you try and do the real thing, there's nobody don't want to give you no direction. I know how it is.
Man, I can relate, JT, because like I told you the other night, I'm from Baltimore, man, and you know, like I said, I was blessed to have mentors who had my back, you know, when I was doing the wrong thing and, you know, running the streets with the wrong crowd and all that. And I'm just blessed that like somebody helped pick me up. And that's why I'm the kind of man that I am today, man. Yeah. Real talk. Yep. That's real.
Yeah, man. Me personally, right? I didn't have like one person. You know, if I was to point to one person, it would be my dad. You know, my dad was a respected man in the community. You know what I mean? And so when it was time to go to service, that's what we called it. You know, it was just basically a gang meeting. You know what I'm saying? The law from our area or whatever, he told me, nah, man, you stay back, man. We know what type of pops you got. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, man, from that experience, it let me know that I had everything I needed in the example of a man in the crib. You know what I'm saying? I was down. I did some things that I can't talk about on YouTube. You know, I got it's some things I denied to my grave. You know what I'm saying? And that part of my life I'm trying to live down, right? I don't glorify it at all, you know? And so that's what I take to work with me every day. I know I was a fool. I know I was sent off. I know that I wasn't always conscious. I ain't always work at a school. I ain't always halfway have a couple of dollars in my pocket. You know what I mean? I know what it feel like to be broke. I know what it feel like to not know where your next meal coming from, how you gonna pay the rent. I know how that shit feel. So that's why I don't judge nobody. I try to, govern myself accordingly, and JT, what I'm saying, I respect you, brother. If you ever feel like I'm out of line on YouTube, man, just hit me up in the back chat and let me know. Cause at the end of the day, I don't mind being boring, dry, or whatever the fuck ever people gotta say about me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Joe, I'm going to be a man. I'm going to stand up for my people when it's time. I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And I ain't going to be more or less than what I show y'all on YouTube in real life, Joe. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? However you feel about what you hear from me, bro, that's exactly what you going to get from me in person. You know, real talk.
No, I'm saying like this, that, and I say this again, that I just have a sister named Angel. She just dropped $24.99 in my check. And she's one of the sisters that help. You know what I'm saying? And so he had to do that. You know what I mean? So I said for me that when you know, brothers and even sisters in the chat, I was not gonna do this. I was gonna wait till like next month. But that's not what my late father and my late son want me to do. They part of our ancestor family. And I got to do that. It was hard. It was even hard to find a title. It was hard to process. It was hard to know that, damn, I even know the date that my father passed. I even know when my son left me. And but I have to do this for our family. And I have to let our people know that. Do you think that we win as people these wars? Nah, we still got a fight to go. The war is on our brothers, man. The war is on our sisters. But we have to find a way to work together, be in alignment together. And the ones in our people that is not willing to do what's right, we just gotta let them go. Especially if they have the knowledge and the wisdom. Because fuckery is messing up our community. We want to be so popular. I remember, Tony, that Brother Rob, he was saying something a few years ago, and I never forget this. And he was saying, he said, look, if I'm all about saving certain ones of my class, I'm not doing the work. And that is so profound what Brother Rob, good Brother Rob, say that, because there are some of our people like that. Only you, especially you go to social media, especially on YouTube, you see it
every day.
You see it.
Every day.
Again, I'm not knocking nobody. See, they gonna say, yo, I'm not knocking nobody. Your click is your click. I get it. Gotta spread, you gotta let it spread out to others too. And the ones that invite me and stuff like that, I appreciate, like, brother, you know, I haven't been Brother Rob's panel, but I'm looking forward for that. And but
I ain't never even had a panel before. I just get on here and just talk my talk, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I just messing with you. But I'm saying that of my panel, nobody can never say that I had the same ones. I offer. If I feel that if you have a legit mindset and information, come on. But at the same time, too, if there's some BS, you can't come on this panel. You can't come on my channel. You think you could dominate all of this. And so I feel that of that part, we still got ways to go to really open up, to really understand the power of unity, as both of your brothers have said, because we fail to understand that. We really do. Sisters, they deal with sisters. You know what I mean? Us brothers, man, we still have ways to go, man. And I know this. Some brothers hear that, they will get angry at me, and you know what I say? Oh well. That's the way I feel, you know. And everything when it says, it goes for me too. You know? And I'm not saying, oh, you got to get on a panel. No. Participate in the chat. No. Because the drama that's going on is hurting us. And I'm not saying that no brother, no sister don't have the right to talk against fuckery. Yeah, you should talk against that. You should air it out. Yeah, I agree on that. Totally.
I agree, man. I agree.
You know,
Man.
so basically, I just want to see. Okay, Queen. Thank you. I'm looking for the book. You know, so we got to make better choices of women too. We got to make better choices ourselves. We got to make better choices of how we engage us as men, especially we do business. Every man has a talent that could coexist, and that's our problem too. If some brothers don't even have the economics, but they probably have the trade that could improve economics. Like Brother Rob, you know he's an educator. Maybe some brothers like, oh, I could bring some. Well, Rob, you know he got his hands in everything in education. Why you don't want to work with Brother Rob? Why? Because he willing to deal with the kids that is not being talked about. That's not they throw away. But I guarantee it, Rob work with the popular kids in our community. I guarantee they want to talk about that, and that is fact. And we got to get out this attitude that we want to pick and choose.
That's real, man. We all got a destiny to fulfill, man. And yeah, we can't just be throwing people away. You know, that's worth saving, man. Like, I agree with you 100%.
And even as grown-ups too. Those grown-ups too. Go ahead, brother Rob. I'm sorry.
No, I mean I was just unmuting because I had some things to get off, but you know, now that I got the platform, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, bro, our kids gotta see that they are a part of the plan, and you give them purpose when you tell them what part they gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, people can say what we need to do. Oh man, black folks need to do this. ADOS need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Black females fuckery and black male fuckery and black. Hey man, all of this should sound interesting. It's
Mm-hmm.
highly entertaining. You know, the banter going back and forth in these debates and things of that nature. And we can continue to have that. But at some point, we got to get serious about our problem. Our problem is serious, so we need to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Our problem is complex, so we need to think deeper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Our problem is not surface, it's ingrained. So that would make us not be petty. You can't be petty and caught up in your feelings, and you can't do that. You just got to put on them blinders and you just got to start working. Find somewhere to go and donate either some time, some money, or a little extra. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all do too much. That's what we need. We need motherfuckers to do a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know when the next person gonna come to volunteer some time. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Everybody be talking, and I listen. I be listening. I try to be positive,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, man, I'm in these trenches and I need a little help. Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
gonna help me? You coming? Okay. Guess what I'm gonna be doing while you coming, fam? You see what I mean? I don't beg for nobody help. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. If ain't nobody coming, I guess it's me then. That's how I look at it, bro. Real talk, dog. That's exactly how I look at it. I
Yeah.
be asking the community to come out and help and donate some time. Donate a couple of notebooks, some pens, couple of reams of paper, some paper clips, any fucking thing, right? You think I get anything from they ass?
Nope.
This is what it ended up being, right? This is what it ended up being. The business alliance and it's called the Loop Alliance. That's where my school is at, downtown Chicago. They
Okay.
end up donating me money, and the same people who wouldn't give me shit, I end up giving their kids book bags. I end up giving them bus fare to get back and forth to school
Mm.
because they trifling as send their kids downtown to me without no bus fare. And you can imagine a trip back and forth to the crib every day on CTA is not cheap, B. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
hey, I had my fundraiser last week. I don't know exactly what the final numbers was, but we sold out the ballroom where it was at.
That's
We got a
big.
couple of donations from small to medium sized businesses, and we gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I know I was long winded, but I just gotta say out loud. At some point, you have to say to yourself, what are you willing to contribute? You know what I'm saying? While you doing all this fucking talking. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? What are you willing to contribute? I'ma shut up.
No,
No, no, no. Go ahead, Tony.
no, I was going to say, yeah, brother Rob, like you said, I noticed a lot of people talking about female and male fuckery, and I'm not pocket watching or nothing, but you know, a lot of these people they collect money or whatever, and you don't never hear about them giving back to the community or nothing, man. That's
None,
real talk.
none.
That's
And
yeah, they
see,
don't give back nothing.
they don't get back nothing. And see, but see, this is the thing about this. But but and I have to say this, but some of these women, they be in alignment with that. And that's the problem. I know people like you talk about women. No, I'm not. It's not about that. But I see it. And so, because there are some people, Brother Rob, they say, you give out good information, JT. Why they don't donate? Listen, I'm not, listen, I came to do the work, dog. Wherever I get, believe me, it's going back to community. So I'm not worried about that. But see, they are actually people as giving these people.
Right.
Talk about it. Oh, you jealous because I'm getting paid. You shouldn't be about getting paper, don't listen. If you work hard for it, you should get it. But damn, yo, have your priorities straight.
Exactly, man. Like I
Yeah,
said, I don't knock the hustle at all for real. Like get your money. We all need money to survive and live. Yeah.
right.
But these people, a lot of these people, that man, they talking about things that are destructive, that's like really destroying the community. I mean, and like I said, I feel like they can contribute more, like Brother Rob said. At least Brother Rob got a school, you know, and he gives out school supplies or whatever.
Right.
Hey,
Whatever he
hey,
does, he give advice or whatever. Yeah.
look, man. My sacrifice, bro, is my sacrifice. I signed up to do it. I'm not complaining or none of that. But let me tell you, fam, if a shorty come to school and they don't have no school uniform, instead of giving them detention for not having a uniform, you know what I do? I go to the finance office and buy them a shirt. Now you don't have an excuse. Do you see what I mean? So I'm going hard on both ends. You gonna wear this uniform, and if you ain't got one, I'm
Right.
willing to get you one. But you gonna wear this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, straight like that, bro. Hey, I know you not used to coming to school. I know that. But goddamn it, I'm gonna call your mama at her job every morning until you start showing up at 8:30. You know what I'm saying? I just rotate the kids, and I'm just calling 10 every morning until they ass start coming to school on time. You know what I'm saying? Literally, bro, that is my man, Joe. That's my life right there. You know what I'm saying? All in the midst of teaching a black studies class, all in the midst of calling people up to the school. We just had three black doctors that came to the school and was talking to the shorties about changing the paradigm. You know, instead of if you gonna grind, grand in college, grand learning a trade, grind putting a business together. We got to change the definition of grind. You know, but like man, G, that's what I'm on, and all I'm saying, if that ain't the solution, tell me what it is. Then tell me what the fuck are we gonna do besides what I'm doing right now, grassroots. What the fuck else are we gonna do if we not investing in our kids? Trying to network in the community and get people that's doing similar things together so that we can start working together, right? What else is the solution?
Yeah.
And that's real.
And I would say this, that Tony, I want you to jump on this too. We gotta have more conversations like this too. And it shouldn't be a definite time to have it. We should have these conversations, but it cannot be just certain ones all the time. Brothers gotta get on and bring, they have their input.
Oh yeah, I agree with you, man. We definitely gotta mix it up with the people sometimes that like you said, that come on the panel. Because
and it cannot be like a certain dominant attitude. Oh, I'm coming here, I'm just gonna say this and this and that. No. Everybody has a input to put in.
That's right. Like Brother Rob said, it's different forms of different solutions, man. There's different solutions out here that everybody could offer, to the table. So,
and let me also say this, right? In terms of information, how like people be like, I got the information, I done did the research. Let me just say out loud, I don't know everything, but I do know the scientific method. I do know how to learn. I teach how to learn. I don't teach how to study. I don't teach how to pass a test. I teach how to learn. Right? So by me saying that, what am I saying? I'm saying that sometimes people might sound smart, right? But sound travels faster than light.
Exactly.
Light is supposed to wake you up. Right? People be sounding smart, but sound travel faster than light. I'm gonna leave that there. Maybe somebody will pick that. Maybe somebody might pick that up. I don't want to disparage nobody. We can talk shit just like the best of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? We can get on here and talk about black females and how people ain't shit. We could do that. Man, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at one point in time, man, you know what I'm saying? I had to literally talk the brethren out of going after people because of that bullshit that was going on about a year and a half ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we didn't came out of that now. And that's what we on. We solution based. We solution focused. That's why every time you come over here and chop it up with any of the brethren, you know what I'm saying? That's what the conversation gonna be. But we could talk that shit if we wanted to.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Right. And Brother Rob, if you want to, it's up to you. Wherever you have fundraiser, if you want to mention it, let me know. You can mention on my channel. I don't have no problem with that, brother.
Oh man, all good, man. It didn't pass now. It was the 17th.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
we had it at this spot called the Alejandro Ballroom here in Chicago. And for people who are familiar with the ballroom, it's a very nice ballroom. It fit about 350 people. We had Ed Lover, he hosted it, you know, and we honored Marcus Klein and Sheila Brown and some brothers that opened up some restaurants here in Chicago. I can't think of their name off the top, but if you go to the Circle Foundation on Facebook, it's called the Circle Foundation or Innovations High School. That's where you can see the pictures from from the ball and everything. And so it was a really nice event. Of course, they celebrated my basketball team. That was also the first championship that school had ever won.
Really?
Yeah, the school that I'm at now. I had won several championships at the last school I was at. But you know, I didn't win it last year, and I promised them in September, hey man, we gonna get that motherfucker this year, and we went and got it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very proud one more time of my team. Shout out to Coach Mo. Very proud of my team and the coaching staff, and we work well together, and we gonna go and get another one. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta recruit over the summer, but let's just say that if things go right, I'm gonna win another one next year. Yes, I am.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do more like stories like this, like Brother Rob. You welcome, you know you always welcome to mention that and talk about stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start like the little things I do. I'm gonna start mentioning. I'm in some things too. I just don't mention it because it's not really surfacing yet. But I'm gonna like keep the people abroad. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Cause like man, I try to play the background, you know what I mean? Real talk, right? And I don't be like, pinning roses on myself like look what I do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Cause me, I'm a servant, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
yes,
they don't pay me like a servant, but that's my mentality when I show up to work, you know. And so all of us gotta play our part, you know what I mean? I
yeah,
mean, I'm not about to be doing what Nicole Ali do. I'm not a nuclear you know what I'm saying, a nuclear what is she? A scientist. She's some type of nuclear scientist, but she deals with genetics. In nuclear genetics scientist. That's what she is, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do this shit, you know? Everybody got to play their role, though, man, and got to be happy in playing their role. That's what a community is.
Exactly.
Everybody can play their role, bro. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to add on to that. I was just going to say, like you said, we all got a role to play. It's like having different like parts in the car that you put together, to get the car to function, man. That's what we got to do as a community. We all got like something we good at. We just got to all put it together. Like what's that cartoon called? Like I forgot the name of the cartoon, man. It's gonna come back to like Transformers. It's like Transformers. We take all our parts, put it together. You know what I mean? We got Megatron, man.
Yeah. And hey, super quick question, man. Are you gonna be able to make it out there to Atlanta in July with DS1 on a meet up and chill?
I'm gonna see if I can get the time off for that though. But I want to come do that. He said that's gonna be like on the outskirts of Atlanta, right?
I believe so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We ain't even talk about the details, but
Okay.
you know how you put in a search for something and then it keep on popping up. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I go to Facebook now, I got flights to Atlanta and shit. So I was just asking because man, I love to meet y'all in person. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, God's willing, I'll be there.
Yeah, man, God willing, I'm gonna be there too. I'm gonna be there with me and my queen gonna go. It ain't no way she gonna let me go out of town without her. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm joking. She let me go to the Sonetta TV Awards last year by myself. You know what I'm saying? But man, I look forward to it, man. I'm gonna definitely take her when I go to Atlanta. I'm going.
Yeah. Thank you, Jasmine Virgo, for the super chat. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I mean, JT, since you going, man, I feel like if we keep talking about it, Joe, man, we gonna get everybody there. We gonna launch something that's gonna be something big, man. It's gonna be some takeaways. People gonna walk away with some shit,
Yeah.
Most definitely. Yep. Mm-hmm. July the 12th. What did DS1 say? July the 12th to the 14th or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stay posted on that, and I'm gonna drop my email address off to his live stream next time I go in one of his live streams.
Yeah. And man, if we got to get a permit and all of that kind of stuff to, make sure that it go off without a hitch, man, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I plan on kicking it when I get down there. I'm going to get some, goddamn it, I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to mix some drinks. I'm going to talk some shit. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah. This is something to look forward to. I'm also, I mean, and I'm just being random here. I'm also thinking about being on some nerd shit this summer and going to Charleston. It's a lot of history there. And
Yeah.
How far is Charleston from where you from, JT?
Talk along. In the car.
Yeah.
Probably like maybe 8 to 10 hours.
Well, nah. Yeah, it'd be better for me to fly in then. Cause shit, it'll take me 8 to 10 hours to drive to Charleston from Chicago.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, man, probably like 11, 12 hours. So, I mean, that's just that's the same trip. So, shit, I have to fly up there, JT.
Yeah, so people think, oh, yeah, you live in Virginia or Charleston. No, it's still some nice ways, yo. Because I still got to go through North Carolina.
I just was asking, that's all. I just couldn't picture it. I ain't familiar with the East Coast like that. I want to see Baltimore. You know what I'm saying, Tone? Next time you go home, let me know. Shit, I got a guy, my man X is up there teaching something to do with nursing. You know what I'm saying? But he in Baltimore and he teaching something to do with nursing. And so he be telling me about that shit. I know I'm gonna see him when it get warm out.
Yeah, I check out Baltimore at least once a year. So like, yeah, whenever I do that, I'll let you know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a few hours. I think about 3-4 hours from Baltimore.
Okay. Well,
right, you in VA, right?
Yeah, I'm in VA. Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't that far away, right? You can drive there. You can drive to Baltimore. Yep.
Yeah, man. But I want to see Baltimore too, because I want to ride down on Dr. Mayat. She got my respect. You know what I'm saying? Her sons was at the Sonetta TV Award, and they had some children's books, written from an Afrocentric perspective, and I just thought it was super dope. That they got their own little business, and that their business is also positive and purposeful. So man, much respect to Dr. Mayat, and I want to see Baltimore.
Yeah, another thing with Baltimore too, a lot of people know it's a black city, but we have a lot of man, we very rich in black history, and we got a lot of we got some museums and all types of stuff you can check out. Yeah, you gotta check out the Great Blacks and Wax Museum one day if you ever go there. It's on North Avenue.
Man, literally, Joe. When they was talking about selling you up the river, they were talking about Baltimore.
See, I ain't never know that. See,
yeah. So from Mississippi to what I'm saying. So I'm talking about the Mississippi River, right? They was up the river talking about the Mississippi River, and then they was talking about Baltimore. Baltimore is also well known for their slave plantations that where they bred slaves, and that's also and I study history. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a historian or anything, but I know that Baltimore has that history.
Right. We're at the Mason-Dixon line, man. Like basically back in slavery, once you you was going north or whatever, you got out of Baltimore and the state of Maryland, you basically, you escaped to the north. Yep.
Yeah. Eventually I'm definitely get there, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, I wanna see it for myself, and it's just for my personal research and everything, you know. Um, Dang, it's somebody, it's a teacher there. Um, he teach at ah, I cannot think of the name of the university or the teacher's name. That's bad, ain't it? But uh, I mean, I'm sure it's in my notes, but I do a lot of studying on Reconstruction and
Mhm.
the Reconstruction period, and the teacher there, he teaches at a university. I really like the way that he frames his lectures. He got them on YouTube. I'm a real nerd, G. I'm a gangster nerd. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real nerd. You know what I mean?
Ain't
But
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, but I really like the way he framed his lectures. It almost sounds like a preacher preaching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely.
My fault, JT, man. I just be talking up, bro.
Nah, you be speaking a lot of good information, though, brother Rob, and
Yeah.
we
No, y'all
appreciate
keep
it.
on going. Keep on going. I'll be right
I
back.
Okay.
I just be sitting back soaking up the knowledge, man. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. I be
Yeah.
sitting
I
back soaking
mean,
up the knowledge.
I know that I'm probably not gonna get a lot of viewers, right? And I had did it about 2 years ago on the Reconstruction period. People just don't realize how pivotal that period is for where Black folks is now. The failure of Reconstruction is what set up Black codes that ended up turning into Jim Crow when they worked out the kinks. You know what I'm saying? To where like to take it to the smallest level, right? They had these barrels, um, on the corners or whatever in the streets, and you wasn't supposed to laugh in front of a white man. If you wanted to laugh, you had to go and laugh in the laughing barrel. You can type it into Google right now. You know what I'm saying? It's called a laughing barrel. People don't even know about this history. And when I bring it up, it almost sounds like I'm crazy almost, you know. But the Reconstruction period and the failure of Reconstruction is what set up Jim Crow to where that system is still in our mind, and that is what's holding us back. We literally, man, Dr. Amos Wilson said best. They cannot be what they are unless we are what we are. And so I'm gonna do a revisit on the Reconstruction period. I'm hoping that I can get some powerful minds to weigh in on the Reconstruction period and add to the bill. I want to get the History Brothers. I want to get George Macon. I want to get everybody, so we could just start, have a powerful build on it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe give this ADOS some ammunition, if you will. You know.
Hey, that sounds like a good idea, man. That sounds like an excellent idea. Yeah.
Are you familiar
Um,
with the Reconstruction period?
I'm familiar with it a little bit, but like I'm like you. I'm not gonna say I know everything, but I study a little bit of everything though.
I see.
But but
Well,
I didn't know about the laughing barrel thing that you just brought up though. That's
man,
crazy. I'm gonna look into that.
man, brother, the black codes were, I mean, they were so damaging to the psyche of black people. Imagine, right? They didn't pass the amendment to free you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had to laugh in a barrel. You know what I mean? You
That's wild, man. That's wild as shit. That's
Yeah,
wild.
you free, but you had to laugh in a barrel if a white man was walking down the street. The reason why they want you to laugh in the barrel because they don't want the white man to feel uncomfortable with you laughing. He ain't want they didn't want you to think that they didn't want him to think that you was laughing at him. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that crazy, G?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's ridiculous. That sounds like insecurity for real.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, that's some crazy shit, man. That's deep. That's deep.
But my method in studying history, what I do is, and this is how I'm able to remember so much, like just off the cuff. You know what I mean? I think
Mm-hmm.
about I think about the characters in history, and so if we talking about Reconstruction, the first character would be Abraham Lincoln, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Abraham Lincoln, who is his vice president, you know, and Andrew Johnson.
Right.
After Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant. You see what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
that's how I'm able to remember, right? And who was the generals under Abraham Lincoln? Who was the generals under uh Andrew Johnson? Who was the generals under Ulysses S. Grant? What did they do when they was in office? What was their impact on history? You know, and then from there, I just keep adding on details, and and that's kind of how I feel like John Henry Clark did it. Um, if I was to pattern myself behind anybody, of course, I would say that I would pattern myself behind a John Henry Clark in the way that he studied history.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a smart brother.
Yeah, yeah. My fault, JT. Go ahead, G.
No, that's all right. I like to hear y'all, but John Henry Clark is my favorite too, because a lot of things where he break down history about Africa, and I'm talking about ancient time, to me, he was so ahead of his time. He was so much ahead of his time. And here's a brother that he is self-taught.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He was one of the brilliant minds that we had, man, in the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
Or the 20th century. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, he was
Man,
brilliant.
I gotta give credit to Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes did a documentary on John Henry Clark, and it's called A Great and Mighty Walk. Man, if you ain't never seen it, man, that is a great documentary to watch. It's about an hour and I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But it's called A Great and Mighty Walk.
A great mighty what? I'm writing that down right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A great mighty walk.
Hey, it's not surprising to me either that Wesley Snipes will make a documentary like that too, because from what I learned about Wesley Snipes is behind the scenes, he really was about like black people. He was about, black entrepreneurship. He was just like Wesley Snipes. He was a deep brother, man, deeper than what people realize.
Yeah.
He's known for like Blade and all that stuff, Demolition Man. But
Yeah.
that dude, I think that some people was trying to get him out the way for real, man, because he was like an independent like producer or director. I mean, yeah, I think Hollywood didn't want him around too much. That's just
Yeah.
my theory. That's my theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, he before Black Panther, he produced the first black superhero. Robert Townsend, he made a black superhero, but he was like a clown in a way, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Blade, that shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? Them three movies, that shit was dope, man.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
got he got his hands in all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he made his paper. He made his paper. Go ahead, you go ahead.
yeah, man, I feel like his greatest contribution though is, just being who he is. A dark-skinned brother, made all them movies, made it to where like, it's normal for a black man to be in the positions that to where like they rule in Hollywood. He made that shit normal. You don't have to be a comedian. You could just be an actor. You don't have to be a former singer. You could just be an actor. He made that shit cool. I mean, of course, Sidney Poitier and Paul Robeson should never be overlooked when we having this discussion. You know what I'm saying? But our contemporary is, Wesley Snipes. and he was chocolate dark. You know, he made it to where it was cool to be chocolate dark. You know, do I like the message of New Jack City? No, I don't like the message of it. I don't like the images in it, but I mean, at the same time, he gave us the first black superhero. You know,
Yeah.
True. Yeah, he did. He did.
But I'm gonna tell you, one lady that they don't get credit they deserve is Hazel. And what's her first name? It's Hazel. I forgot. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up. I did a live stream about her. I did a live stream about her too. She played two pianos. She was a jazz musician. Also, she was married to the late great Adam Clay Powell for 15 years.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she was married to him for 15 years. In her own way, she fight 5 people.
Damn.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let me I'm pull it right now.
man, let me say out loud too, for people that ain't from the East Coast, right? If you don't know who Adam Clayton Powell is, man, you need to do some research, man. Adam Clayton Powell might have been the best African American politician we have ever produced.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that one more. Ever produced, black folks ever produced. That man brought resources and what have you back to Harlem. He is the model. He is the model for what we need in terms of politicians. I ain't gonna vote, man. The system don't work for us, and man, shut your dumb ass up. All you gotta do is Adam Clayton Powell, man. Man, the man did the job.
And you know what? And go more on your point, Brother Rob. And I want you and Brother Tony. He's one of the few brothers that been in every committee. And also, it was told that he, in his career, he passed over 100 bills, different bills of different committees.
He did a lot, like y'all said, man. Hey, you know, Obama ain't do all of that. Well, he passed some bills, but he ain't. You know, we ain't gonna get into that.
He passed some bills.
Over 100 bills, but you got to look at the time period when he goes to Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is before the civil rights movement.
That's exactly. This is like towards like Jim Crow.
Yeah.
All that. Yeah.
Man, this man was a gangster.
Yeah.
Man, hey, that he don't get the credit he deserves. His name should be ringing just like Medgar Evers.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Ringing just like Martin Luther King, just like Malcolm X. The only reason is because he was from New York. He was brash, and you know, and it might just be East Coast bias. You know what I'm saying? But he is one of the greatest politicians that black folks have ever sent to Washington, D.C. Straight up, Joe.
And then go more on your point. The same seat that Charles Rango had, that's the same seat Adam Clay Powell had. And the sister that I was telling you about a few minutes ago, Hazel Charles. I mean Hazel Scott. Hazel Scott. That's
Hazel Scott.
Hazel Scott. She was married to Adam Clay Powell from 1945 to 1960.
Woo. Wow. That's deep.
Yeah. I think they had a son together. But yeah. A lot of people understand how and yeah, get back to right. And let me tell you something. They were having trumped up charges against him toward the late 60s. They even stripped seniority from him. And check this out. They had a special election of him of 1968.
despite they thought they could discourage him, and Harlem sent him back to Congress. but you know, at the time he hardly had no power. Then he passed away, cancer, 72, I mean, and he died Bahamas, and they spread his ashes on the water and stuff. So think of like this: you thought you had him, and Harlem sent him back to Congress. That's unheard of. Like Brother Rob said, he's a giant.
Man, I love the way they have him immortalized on 125th too.
Yes.
Right? So he standing on it's like a pinnacle. It's a triangle. You know what I mean? It looks sort of like a pyramid, right? Yeah. And he got on a long coat, so it almost looked like a cape. And I love the way that they have him immortalized. And they got some quotes from the brother on the side of the statue and everything. And man, I wish Chicago would do something like that for they have for Harold Washington. You know what I'm saying? But I love the way they got Adam Clayton Powell immortalized on 125th.
Yeah, he did a lot for Harlem, but he did a lot of like New York. And I'm telling you, like, a lot of people don't understand what Adam Clayton Powell had to deal with. He had to deal with the mobsters, and also he was the first congressman, was revolutionary of bringing Black pride. He had his turtlenecks with his medallion and stuff and everything. So he was the one that was pushing Black pride. He was one of those that could transform, like in the 30s into the 60s, because they identify and then go more. And that's why, like, people like all due respect, like Joe Louis and Jesse Owens, Blacks at that time did not want to identify with them because they still had that mentality. All due respect, they was great in their own way. I'm not saying that, but Adam Clay Powell, he knew how to adapt with the times. And they didn't. And that really hurt them, because you got people, us as people, going to the 60s now. They got tired. No, your time is over like 30, 40 years ago. And when you had like certain athletes and certain people back then, you know, when they said, listen, you know, you can't do this and that. So the other Blacks, they took it at the time, like, you know, you listen to them and they oppress you. They have you race against horses. You know, you Joe Louis, you know, every time you win, you have to give your purse to the Cinderella man. Our people, they feel to realize our people, we study too. You know, we know about this in the past and stuff. So when the revolutionary, Adam Clayton Powell was really part of it. He was pushing it. He was pushing it back even in the early 50s. That even the civil rights movement at the time, the 50s, they didn't even want to acknowledge that.
Mm. That was revolutionary what he was doing then. Because like I said, that was before segregation. I mean, that was during segregation. I said before, man, that was during segregation. That's crazy.
He was one of the few ones. He was one of the first ones that helped establish food stamps. Like, you get the food and stuff and all like that. Adam Clayton Powell, that's a bad man. He even helped to get what's his name? Oh my God. The first Black Chief Justice, Thurgood Marshall. He was part of that, pushing that in 67.
Mm.
Because They was not one. They ain't want a Thurgood Marshall, but Adam Clay Powell had to twist some arms. Like, nah, you can't do that because you got to think about it. 13 or 14 years before that, he was fighting Brown versus Brown, and he was part of NAACP, that committee of lawyers to fight against the Constitution was like, violate us. Then you got 13 years later, 14 years later, he became first black head of Chief Justice. And also he passed quite a few bills too. I'm like, Brother Rob, man, let me shut
up. No, you and Brother Rob, y'all walking encyclopedias, man. And history books, man. That's a good thing, though. We need more brothers like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you out loud too, right? A lot of times, what it be, we assume that a lot of people know a lot of this stuff, and so we don't bring it up in conversation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then because of people's, let's say they just ashamed because they haven't done the research. That's why they arguments be so weak. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't done the research, because they haven't done the knowledge, right? It's very difficult to have debates with these people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't debate, really. I just present stuff and let it be. You know what I'm saying? Like when that Aboriginal stuff was going on, man, I just presented the facts. Here go the facts. You know what I'm saying? You can make your own decision. If you still want to be Aboriginal and all that, okay. But these are the facts right here.
Yeah.
You can't tell me. Yeah. But you can't have history either.
Yeah, I could tell you, Brother Rob, it'd be at times like last year, people said, Dad, underrated. I never thought you know stuff like that. Because I do some research and I live in New York. I know stuff to outside New York too. Matter of fact, the conversation was about Adam Clay Powell. I said, y'all reading wrong stuff. Like transportation for the handicap in our community, he was part of that too. I'm tell you, Adam Clay Powell had his hands in everything, and he was in Congress before, they took his seniority. You got to think he was pushing 40 years,
and he was at it for a minute.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna look more into him. I've heard his name, but I haven't done deep research into him.
Brother Rob, tell me if I'm right or wrong. He got elected like in the late 30s and early 40s. He was a pastor. He had his own church.
Exactly. And so a lot of times we look down on the church now through our 2019 eyes. But if you were a leader in the community, more than likely you were a preacher or a pastor. You couldn't just be a good brother. You couldn't be just a kid that graduated from college. You had to be a pastor to be a leader in the community. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say it was the 50s though. It was the early 50s, not the 40s, that Adam Clayton Powell he went to Congress.
Okay.
When he got elected.
Okay.
Let me look it up. I'm about to look it up right now.
Okay.
Hey, I was going to say, fellas, I gotta get ready to go, man. I gotta get some rest so I can get up early in the morning. But it's always a pleasure, JT. Salute to you, Brother Rob, the walking encyclopedia, man. Much respect to you.
I appreciate that. You got to work tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, I ain't got to work all day, but just like 5 hours. But after that, I'll probably be back in the YouTube streets. You already know.
I'll probably power to you, family.
Same to you, brother. Rob. We
All
gonna
right.
say JT?
No, I said, okay, man. Yeah. I probably be on them streets, man, about maybe early afternoon, man.
All right, you already know, man. It's always a pleasure, man.
Always a pleasure for you, man. Respect yours. You keep it up too, brother.
All right, peace out.
Peace.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm on Wikipedia now. It say he ran for Congress in 1944. All right.
Okay, I was wrong.
No. You might have been right, shit, because it say he ran. Yeah, and in 1941. I was thinking 51,
Oh, I was.
but 1941, with the aid of New York's use of single transferable vote,
Mm-hmm.
Powell was elected to the New York City Council as the city's first black council member.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he started as a councilman. Right.
That was the New York City Council.
Mm-hmm.
Congress in 1944, Powell ran for the United States Congress on a platform of civil rights for African Americans, support for fair employment practices, and ban on power. So it say that he ran in 1944. So you probably right, bro. Because why would they mention it if he didn't win?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because I know that when he was a pastor at the same time, he was a council. He started as council.
Mm-hmm.
I know that much. Now the time, that's what I'm saying. I said that's what I'm saying is that to be like late 30s, early 40s. But I know that from 40 and all the way up because now I said instead of almost 40 years, it's been about 30 years he was in Congress. So that's still a long time though.
Right. Well, yep, 44.
That's almost 30 years he was in Congress. He passed a lot. He passed a lot of bills. Oh my God.
Right. Hey, the man, the Wikipedia can't tell that man whole story. You know what I'm saying? People be thinking that because they looked it up on the internet that they know some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, well, I mean, at least you know the name. You know what I'm saying? At least you know the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You want to make a Max, man, I'm ready to close this out, man. So you got to catch this on the weed wire, man. Maybe hopefully next time. You brother Rob, man, you want to make your last remarks, brother?
Yeah, I'll just say, man, thank you for having me, brother. Of course, I was listening, and you know, whenever I can, I'm always tune in. You know what I'm saying? So, man, much respect to you and the platform, and keep grinding, fam.
I appreciate that, man. I just want to say what before, but you stay right there. But I just want to let you know, brother Rob, I want to thank you. Keep on serving our community, man. I want to let you know that you are appreciated. And you know, sometimes we don't get it right. I understand that. I'm talking about for educational and purposes, but we gonna get it right. And I'm just saying that wherever you want to talk about, you know, feel free, bro, because we gotta educate. We gotta know the system, what you come from. You know what I'm saying? I think that's much more important. We gotta be part of the PTA meetings and stuff. We have to be part of what certain curriculum that they put it out of our people, you know, and we have to be more educated how to talk to these teachers, how to talk to these districts and principals and stuff like that. So, and I want to have you so we could talk about which way how to go about certain certain problems in our community.
Man, look, if you doing the work, if you concerned, It's gonna show. It's gonna show. You don't have to have a kid at the school to go to the PTA meeting. All you have to do is just be a concerned citizen about the kids in your neighborhood and don't give up on them. That's all you need.
That's good. That's good. Well, I could say this. I was talking about my story. Or I could say, catch and rewind back. Brother Rob, how long you was in the chat? Because I know I seen you, but I wasn't sure how long you was in the chat.
Yeah, I was in the chat at the beginning, and then I had to dip and go in the crib for a second. I came back out, and then you seen me hop back in.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you catch most of it then. Okay, so the ones who came in late, Jasmine. Oh, what's up, K Money? I'm getting ready to get off. Thanks for coming. The ones who came in, I want y'all is inspiration. The title is before I get off, the title is 30 years today. My father made strength. Well, it was really yesterday, but you know, today, my father made his transition, and my late son 10 years ago. And I think it's very inspirational. You should listen to it and gain strength of it. And so you will hear me getting a little emotional and transparent and stuff like that. You know, and Jasmine, do me a favor if you can. Matter of fact, let me put my email in the chat. I want you to email me because I do want to ask you a question. All right? And so, oh, damn. But I want us to be encouraged. Here's my email, Jasmine. I want you, as soon as I finish this, I want you to email me, all right? Very much appreciate it. And on behalf of Brother Rob, on behalf of Tony, Brother Tony, and everybody else in the chat that was there before and even now, the super chat, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for Jasmine, as always. Thank you so much, beautiful. Angel Dominguez, thank you so much. Jay Good, thank you. And who else? And the other one who thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. And on this one, thanks again. This one is Ghettos.